very much have a very crazy beast on your hands. You have something with the power of a dinosaur and literally the elusiveness of a ghost. What do you do? Hey guys, you wanna join? We're telling ghost stories over here if you guys wanna join in.
How old is the age group here? What's the oldest?
I couldn't tell you. I don't
Who
know.
are you?
Maybe 45, maybe 50.
Who's 50?
Your destiny is the most important of all, young child. You must take this idea of ghost dinosaurs and spread it among the stars. You. You.
I had
You.
loft. I used to be a camp counselor at this camp back when I was in high school, and
I don't know.
there was this
I've
there was this
never
like ghost,
heard something
right?
that
There was like
before.
this. It was haunted, I guess, and it was this like girl who had passed away by drowning in the lake. She originally had
And you hit quick
camped
settings,
out
that's where the
in
time and stuff would be.
my
You hit there,
cabin
and
that I
it's
was
just say
staying at
Wi-Fi,
for that
Guardian,
weekend when I was the
and the
camp
Oculus
counselor.
Airlink.
And what had happened was
And
I
there's
had
two
found like this
bars
like
above
loft
you.
area. You
And
know,
control the
I
brightness
can't think of the
and
name of it,
sound.
but like you pull down this like door in the ceiling and it drops down a ladder.
Wow.
I found one of those and I pulled it down. There's a huge fucking wasp nest, and there was like a bed and there was like a TV from like 1980. So
Yeah, man, I'm stuck at
first night,
129.
the campers came, and it was fine. But
Quentin.
you know, like we
One
had
second,
a
one
few
second.
kids like.
Hey guys, we're telling scary stories over here. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, sorry, you can continue.
So
You were
Congratulations.
so much nicer
No,
with
that's
them than I would have been.
We were here first, Barney.
This is the fire for the scary stories, though. Those, if you want to talk in the mushroom forest, you gotta scoot a little bit back for more.
I'll do it.
No, don't-
Thank you guys, I really appreciate
no,
it.
don't- So what happened was the campers came, and originally it was fine, right? The campers came, but like as the night continued, the campers like started having panic attacks. Like like this one kid woke up and was screaming, and then he had night terrors. He was dreaming about like spiders climbing into his like mouth. The other one had like another terrible dream. I just like, oh, it's kids, you know, going off to camp for their first time, being scared. And I was like, okay, this is fine, whatever. I kind of like talked to them in the morning, made sure that they're feeling good and comfortable, and we went to breakfast. And we distributed medicine, and we got some like pancakes, whatever. And one of the campers came up and was like, he said to me, he's like, "Who's staring at you last night?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Someone got out of their bed and staring at you for about an hour last night." And I was like, "I don't know who it was." And they had like said that they were wearing a white dress. They're like, one of the girl campers had broken in and like pulled a prank on. And I was like, what? So like they had like stared at me in the cabin, and I was like, at that point I was like, okay. So I talked to a few people. At the time I didn't know that there was like this like, it was called the girl in the white dress, and we didn't know about it. And she had stayed in that cabin like the day before she had passed away. So I was nervous. But the next night it started downpouring, right? And after we put all the campers to bed, I had kind of like walked out of the cabin and into like the craft area, which overlooked the like the cabin. And I sat there with one of my other co-counselors, and we noticed that in the loft there's a little window or like a little vent, and it started glowing. And during this rainstorm, the TV had turned on with like where the wasps were, and the TV had turned on and it started glowing, and the TV was like glowing through the glass window. And as we like looked up into it, we kept seeing shadows like kind of like passing over like the window, and we just like sat there and watched it. And it was during like a thunderstorm, lightning and everything, and it just was like super eerie. I was like, well, you know, like how the hell do we go back to bed? I went back to bed, and I woke up in the night with like screaming, and it was another camper. And like us older counselors would never see him, but it was always the campers that would be like this little ghost girl. And this camper was like, this ghost girl was like breathing on the person below me. And I just at that point I just got super shook. And you know, I contacted the you know, the head counselor. I was like, hey, like this is like messed up. And then that's when they kind of filled me in on the story of the girl in the white dress. The one weird thing that had happened that I had physically seen was a door in the bathroom had gotten ripped off in the middle,
No.
and it got like thrown across the room.
What do you think
That's
about
my ghost story.
maybe the wind did it to the door?
That
Bro,
that
I
was
literally.
creepy.
No,
That was so
it
creepy,
was-
and I
Harrison-
loved it, bro.
I wanna-
I love that story.
There was no way that the
I
door
loved
would
it
have
more.
been ripped off. There was
I
it was
literally have
inside.
chills.
It was like inside a It was inside of like an inside room. There was no windows. There's no nothing. It was like
Wow.
a bathroom door, and it got ripped off.
Huh. So
Alright,
my
next up.
story is basically I'm really into dinosaurs, and this one's about
could
like
see
a
that.
supermarket. Yeah, that's haunted by a dinosaur. Basically, the thing with this supermarket is it was built over a fossil of a dinosaur. You know, at night and stuff, you could like dinosaur growls, things like that. Basically, a dinosaur would be roaming the aisleways, a ghost dinosaur. Because real dinosaurs don't exist anymore. They're hearing this, so they have to call a half paleontologist, half ghost hunter to take care of this ghost dinosaur. Problem is this is kind of an undocumented thing. How do you deal with something like this? No one knows, because how often do you ever come across a ghost dinosaur? Never. So he's reading books on it, figuring out how to basically trap this thing, coming up with different technologies. Problem is you very much have a very crazy beast on your hands. You have something with the power of a dinosaur and literally the elusiveness of a ghost. What do you do? But what ends up happening is the guy who stays overnight to clean gets attacked by this ghost dinosaur. It literally, rips the guy apart. They come in the next morning. He's dead. He's not alive anymore. What ends up happening later in the story gets a little bit crazier. They actually call local cryptozoologists in, and the reason they do that is because this is very much an unknown creature, very much so like Bigfoot. So they team up with the ghost hunters.
Oh, shit. I didn't know this place was here.
Hey guys, you wanna join? We're telling ghost stories over here. If you guys want to join in,
Oh, yeah.
How old is the age group here?
it varies.
What's the oldest?
I couldn't tell you. I don't
Who
know.
are you?
Maybe 45, maybe 50.
Who's 50?
So let me get back to the story now.
No, they're gone.
So weeks are going by. They're losing business. They're very much in the red. Numbers are going down. This ghost dinosaur is hitting sales hard. Who's gonna want to shop at this store when there's a clear danger present and you don't know where it's coming from? It's bad enough a dinosaur's there. Now you add in the ghost aspect, and now you're really screwed. So you can imagine what it's doing for their sales and for their products. But they get the help of this cryptozoologist. They get help with a ghost hunter. They're still trying to figure out how to capture this thing. Going through all these methods, turns out the ghost dinosaur strikes again. This time, the store across the street. They think it's the same one. Check the security cameras. It's not. Turns out that store was built on another site of a different dinosaur. This one's a Gallimimus, where the one at the other side was a Velociraptor. So now, two ghost dinosaurs are haunting this town in a sense. So the stores team up together. They're gonna take down these dinosaurs together. They do a very much Home Alone style approach of capturing these things. They put marbles on the floor, all this stuff. But the dumbest thing about that whole idea is you can't Home Alone a ghost. How are they gonna slip on marbles? How are they gonna get hit by a iron in the forehead? How are they gonna fall down the stairs? They're ghosts. I could see maybe a real dinosaur, but let's be real here, you know. That's where the story gets a little bit crazy. I don't know. I don't like that part so much, but so the cryptozoologists go and start doing their studies. They figure out, hey, dinosaurs. What do dinosaurs eat? They eat meat, so they lay traps for them, but not your normal traps. They lay ghost traps. Ghost dinosaurs show up. They're eating the food. Boom, they're trapped. they end up unmasking them, and in a very like Scooby-Doo style fashion, ends up it's the store's competitor posing as the dinosaurs to drive out business. He gets arrested. I think they give him, from what I remember, it's like 4 to 5 years in prison, and he's not getting out any soon. No option for parole. So I think he learned his lesson. You can't go doing that stuff. Well, that's basically the end of it. He gets prison time. I'm thinking about making a Ghost Dinosaur 2, where basically he's got like a mental disability where he's addicted to doing this, and he can't stop. So, and that's kind of where it leaves off. And he gets threatened with life in prison, but that's still not enough. Like, he's consumed by this role of the ghost dinosaur. So he's like very much an inner battle with the main character and plus antagonist on what he should do. One time I had an instance where I was going out to get a granola bar in the middle of the night, right by my pantry, and I'm walking, not really thinking much of it. All of a sudden I hear this like noise, like right, that kind of thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? I booked it. I ran in my room, locked the door. I was like scared. Kind of got the guts to go back out and investigate after I turned all the lights on, because you know lights deter ghosts and stuff like that. Everyone knows that. But got outside, was checking out there. Turns out it was my ice maker, and I thought it here this whole time it was a ghost.
So, you know how like matter like exists in like state of vibration, you know, depending upon like the
Yeah, like crystals too
temperature.
vibrate, right?
Well, everything does, like depending upon like the matter that it's formed on, like electrons, like there's a vibration within.
Yeah, I heard like crystals
every
and
single form of
crystals
matter.
do that with along like yeah, I've heard that
No,
too.
no, not just not like just crystal, like crystals. Yeah, there's this concept called the single electron theory. That everything is connected by a single electron. The sun and the moon, everything shares the same exact electron. Same exact one, and it cannot be disproved. Your thoughts are electrons that correlate with this concept of the single electron theory.
So you're telling me crystals are one electron away from a Big Mac?
Say
Hey
more,
guys,
Harrison.
how's it going?
What's
Go.
up?
I'm gonna be telling ghost stories by the fire if you guys are interested and want to hear.
Yes, ghost stories.
Alright, follow me guys. Ghost Dinosaurs 2, Pterodons, Terror from the Skies. This is where it gets a little interesting. Flight 492 is flying above Los Angeles. All of a sudden, radio transmission's lost. Next thing you know, whoosh! Ghost dinosaur flies through the airplane. What was that? What was that? They don't know at the time. I know because I'm narrating it, but what is that? A local dinosaur expert says, I think that was a pterodon. A local ghost expert goes, no, I think that was a ghost. Which one was it? Local cryptozoologist goes, I think it was both. Let's check the cameras. Wait a minute, we're on an airplane. We don't have cameras. Great. Now they're stuck in the skies, no radio transmission, nothing. They're a sitting target. They're waiting to get attacked by these ghost pterodons. So, what do? The crew members create spears out of their chairs. They create these massive spears. They're going to go tribal on these things and actually spear them out of the skies. Two problems. Two big problems there. They open up the door to the plane, and the suction from the plane sucks like half the crew members out. They're dead. They get sucked out. Pressure builds in the cabin. Eardrums are burst. They seal the door shut. Well, who's left? Well, conveniently, the cryptozoologist, the ghost hunter, and the local dinosaur expert who's got a PhD in dinosaurs, if I may add. Spears didn't work. What's next? Did you try calling the police? Police wouldn't pick up. They don't want to deal with ghost dinosaurs. That's not in their forte. Did you try calling the army? Army won't deal with it. They don't venture in that area of ghost dinosaurs. Well, it's up to them. So they fashion a trap out of the parts from the airplane. Problem is the parts they need will cause the airplane to go into a free fall. Great, what do? Sacrifice ourselves to capture the ghost dinosaurs? Or stay in the airplane and be sitting targets? They decide to go for it. They pull the plug on it, airplane starts going into free fall. They got no chance, they got one shot. Well, cage is set up, right on cue. Ghost pterodon swarms in. Boom, caught it. Well, airplane's still in free fall, so what do they got to do? They grab onto the wings of the ghost pterodon. It flies them away out of the plane. The plane crashes. It's a fiery mess. People got left in there too. People burned in there. It's bad. Ghost pterodons are eating them, eating their bodies. They get down on the ground. They're like, okay, let's unmask the ghost pterodon. This time, it's not a mask. Those are real ghost pterodons. Right before, as soon as they appeared, they vanish. Still, till this day, they don't know why or how ghost pterodons are haunting that flight.
No, I have no question.
I'm all ears, guys. I'm all ears. Any sort of things that you think align in the plot or the storyline? Any suggestions?
First part, what kind of dinosaurs were the ghost dinosaurs?
The ones in the first ghost dinosaurs is a velociraptor. But it actually is not a real one.
Oh, okay.
It turns out to be the store owner. Second one, pterodons tear from the skies. Ghost dinosaurs too. Those are actual ghost pterodons that are haunting flight 459.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I will say that isn't rather a spooky story, but more so an action-packed.
You can't get more scary than dinosaurs and ghosts, to be honest. I don't know what's more scary than those two combinations, so I figured,
Now
ghost,
hold on.
ghost dinosaurs.
I will say this. Dinosaurs aren't inherently scary. They may only attract fear through pure surprise. For when you see one, well, fear isn't quite the exact word to use.
I would say
ghosts,
fear
though, I will
I would beg to differ. I am quite terrified of dinosaurs for a few reasons. For one, you gotta realize dinosaurs are thought to be, at least the predatory dinosaurs are thought to be dinosaurs that eat meat. And just the size and the sheer power in those legs tend to be very intimidating to someone such as myself.
Elements of suspense. That is what this story lacks, in my opinion. For suspense keeps those waiting for
Sure,
you.
I'm gonna take suggestions.
Oh,
There was a time where, like, I was thinking, they gotta have a nuclear warhead delivered, and it's a race against time, because
They gotta nuke the dinosaurs.
they gotta nuke the ghost dinosaurs to kill them, because the only thing that can affect a ghost and a dinosaur is both nuclear radiation. So it's a race against time to deliver it. But it's during the Cold War and the Civil War at the same time. So you have the South trying to take the warhead from us, and you have the Russians trying to take it at the same time as well. So it's a triple battle for this nuclear warhead. Hey buddy, you want to hear a story? Come on, it's okay.
He's doing his cat.
Oh my goodness, he's burning the
I will
cat.
say your story was quite something.
Thank
It is
you.
absolutely far too lengthy.
I'm an actual special effects artist and I make masks, so I thought it'd be funny if I wore him. Since
Oh,
he also makes
quick
masks.
question, you do special effects?
Stats on that avatars are good.
Yes, I'm a horror artist.
For a customized
Could you,
avatar for an anime avatar,
could I pitch an idea to you? I'm thinking about making a movie series. It's called Ghost Dinosaurs. Is that something you could do?
That's something I could do, but I go by commission.
How much money are we talking?
Well, for a whole show, that's gonna be by contract, which I'm not even gonna get into that.
Well, I could maybe get my lawyer to discuss the details of that then at a later date. I'm just looking for someone who can make me the goods. So let me throw by what I need. I need for my first movie, I need a ghost velociraptor. Second one for Ghost Dinosaurs 2, Pterodons tear from the skies. I need a swarm of pterodons to affect the flight that's gonna get hit with the pterodons. And then I need
You're
a
gonna be the
cyborg
next
type.
Sharknado.
That's where the tone, like the frequency tone, kind of plays into play.
Hello all.
Like-
I have traveled several moons to this location to meet with each one of you. And I have
Springhammer,
words for every
listen.
single one of you.
Listen,
You, jail
this
pie,
is not a
will
this
find
is not a time.
light among the stars. You will be the chosen one to regain. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs F987. You have been destined to understand it all. You will travel among the stars.
The heck is this guy?
User 141133218627152495495F.
Excuse me. Have you heard of a concept called ghost dinosaurs? It's a show I'm working on.
Your destiny is the most important of all, young child. You must take this idea of ghost dinosaurs and spread it among the stars. We are all destined to go among the stars.